Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the second week of February March, from March 5th to the 11th. I'm just going to be doing a general reading that I usually do for you guys for love, with the first card being your energy. The second card is going to be the energy of the person who's coming towards you. The third card is going to be what the situation's current energy is, and the fourth card is what the situation's energy will be coming forward for you guys. So, Cancer, let's see what you have going on this week. Well, this upcoming week. So your first card is the Lovers. That's your energy. The person coming towards you energy is Justice. The situation's energy is the Knight of Swords. And the final energy for the future is the Four of Swords. Sorry. Okay, Cancer. So, with your energy being the Lovers, you are in a kind of romantic state right now. You are looking to have a union with somebody, whether you are single or not. You are definitely in the mood to get together. And with the Lovers card here, you could also have a choice related to love. It could go either way. Without clarifiers, I won't say either or, but it could be more along the lines of needing guidance with the choice you've made or are going to make, or just having a choice ahead of you that you are feeling confident and good about. With your partner or person who's coming towards you embodying the energy of Justice, this is somebody who is inclined to be more fair and to balance the scales quite literally in the relationship or potential relationship. There's somebody who's going to make sure that everything is fair and equal. They're going to be giving just as much as they're taking. They're not going to overwhelm you, nor will they underwhelm you with not quite measuring up to what you're putting in, Cancer. And this is somebody who's also honest and truthful. So they aren't going to be coming into the relationship with any kind of hidden agenda. They're pretty much going to be straightforward and honest with you. Potentially, this could be a Libra, by the way. They could potentially seem slightly detached emotionally at times, but that's only because they do that to ensure that they are seeing all sides of the situation and coming with total discernment, like with an honest perspective. And an underdeveloped person embodying this energy would be somebody who is lying, trying to tip the scales in their favor, taking more than they're giving something like that, or trying to kind of mess with the truth and words to kind of gain an upper hand. With the current situation being the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords energy could be a Virgo. I mean, not a Virgo. Well, my bad. It could be a Gemini, but doesn't have to be Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Could be anybody, but that is more the energy of and many people like to say coming in coming in quick and leaving quick, but here so far I see it just as coming in, offering. Somebody else got this too as their current situation. I feel like right now is a time where many truths are being revealed and discussed, and here I feel like somebody's coming in with a declaration of truth. Guys, I can't talk today, but yeah, so somebody's coming in to offer, or not even offer, just straight up say their truth. It may come off as a bit blunt and harsh because they're not quite developed into knowing how to incorporate a more objective and slightly compassionate more compassionate way of delivering their truth, but they are being honest. And if in an underdeveloped version of this energy would be more along the lines of like delivering truth, yes, but also having like a more like scatterbrained, like all over the place and like very frustrated and like chop kind of energy. And with the upcoming energy being the Four of Swords, it's more telling of a period of rest after feeling like being in conflict or just some kind of turmoil, like just finally being able to quite literally lay down the swords and take the time to not even necessarily reflect, just to like let everything fall off, feel relaxed, kind of even potentially taking a vacation or a break from something. Now, Cancer, your Lover's card is clarified by the Two of Swords. So, like I said, there is choices involved with the Lovers. And here again, you have choices with the Two of Swords. With the Lovers, this is more like an emotional choice, and where love and emotions can interfere with choices. Like I said, sometimes it can mean you need guidance because you're not making a great choice. And with the Two of Swords, it's more about, like, I see the blindfold as being not so much looking outward for the answer to your, like, what decision to make, but more like looking inward. And Swords energy is like mental and thinking. So this is just like taking a really logical and like almost like just like super concentrated approach to something, like just like honing in on these decisions and just trying to use logic to figure out what is the best choice to make. So you definitely have some significant, if you have two choice cards here, Cancer, you have some significant decision in your present. And then your person who's coming in is also embodying the High Priestess energy. And here with the Justice card, this could also be somebody who in an underdeveloped situation, somebody who would have a hidden agenda and, like I said, would be like lying and trying to tip the scales in their favor. But in a more developed and balanced sense, this is somebody who is not only making sure they're being fair, seeing both sides of the situation, but they're also looking inward for intuition and using like their own, like, even if you don't believe in like magic in the sense of spells and stuff like that, you know, like everybody has energy and magic within themselves. So this is somebody who can use that as part of a way to gain a more fair perspective, and just somebody who also like trusts themselves and trusts their feeling to know what is right from wrong. So this is somebody who uses like logic and feeling to make a fair, honest, and just decision. And you might have somebody, or you could potentially, in a more literal sense, have somebody who is like being favored by the justice system right now. And then Cancer, for your current situation, the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Swords. Very funny. And not funny, but like, this is definitely a message here with the progression from the Knight to the Queen. So the current situation, like I said, it might be a truth that is coming off a little harsh. And with the Queen of Swords, in a balanced and developed sense, this is going to be a truth that is a little more developed. More like able to have that compassion and like ability to deliver the truth in a way that's more helpful to be received. And this is also somebody who's like very intelligent, independent. So in this situation, you're looking at maybe this is representing the two of you coming at each other with truth, somebody coming from a more mature perspective, somebody coming in with a more rushed energy and needing to get something off their chest. And then with your final energy, you also have the King of Pentacles here with the Four of Swords. So this rest is kind of necessary to grow something bigger and better, and like pretty much the biggest and best it can get. It could also be representing a Taurus. But with the King of Pentacles, it's that energy of just a strong, fortified commitment, like total like faithfulness, and also somebody who can provide, and not necessarily in just like the financial sense, but like also provide for like in like love, like feeling like abundant and rich, like not feeling like, oh my god, like I can't give my energy to this situation any longer. It's the opposite. So for your final clarifiers, yeah, you have Judgment here as your final clarifier, Cancer. So you're kind of going through you have some big decision to make in regards to love, and you're trying to take the logical approach and not let your heart get in the way of making the best decision here. This is why you're kind of just using that Two of Swords energy to look into your mind and not and to like with the moon here also, I feel like that it also includes intuition, and so it's more like a logical feeling instead of like an emotional feeling. And with Judgment here, it is speaking to making a decision, of course, obviously, and also just like a decision that would bring like the ring true with you, like how you like what your true self is, like what, like in regards to like your inner calling. And with your the person coming towards you, they have the Nine of Cups here. So Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, so they are getting their wish fulfilled here, Cancer. But the smugness of the Nine of Cups is what's bothering me here with their energy, and I kind of feel like they could be a little bit on the underdeveloped side. So like I was saying before, underdeveloped here would mean that they are trying to tip the scales in their favor, could be potentially like being mentally manipulative, not emotionally manipulative, like more like what they say, they choose very carefully how they speak and what they say to try to like not even play on your feelings, but just make it seem like, oh yeah, like this makes sense, like, and it doesn't really make sense. It's really just them pushing their agenda, because with the High Priestess here, like I said, underdeveloped could be a hidden agenda, like, yeah. So with the Nine of Cups and the smugness here, it's kind of like somebody's getting their wish fulfillment and they're very like, like, I'm getting what I want, like that kind of thing. And that does not seem like a very, like, you know, a healthy energy to be having at the moment. And for your final clarifier for the current situation, you have the Eight of Wands. So there is like this sense of quickness and urgency, I feel like, where it could seem like here with the King of the Knight of Wands, which is Gemini, and the Queen of Wands here, Jesus Christ, I almost said Capricorn. I meant to say Libra. Libra. So you have two Libra cards here. So I don't know if this person is a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or it could be you, Sun, Moon, or Rising Libra. Doesn't matter. Either way, somebody's coming in with a little bit more, like I said, a little more immature. Could be kind of like hasty and potentially even spying. Like I feel like if anything, this would be the person coming towards you. They might be spying. Like, you know, they could be like this could be you cross-watching the video right now. Just saying. But also here, you with the Queen of Swords, like these are both two that are gonna tell their truth whether somebody wants to hear it or not. And with the Queen of Swords, when she does it in a more underdeveloped sense, she's doing it more with a sense of like kind of coming off cold-hearted and like she doesn't really care. And that would just make this person even more like, well, like frustrated and just be like, I don't know, like it would obviously bring more tension. And with, you know, the Eight of Wands here could mean like things are moving very quickly, and this like whole conflict is coming along rather fast, and it's kind of just like nonstop like arguments and whatever, or just like disagreements, or just like always having to like voice your opinion. And it could also mean that there are delays and frustrations in like things moving along. And with your with what's coming up, the final clarifier for that energy is the Wheel of Fortune. So this could be some kind of karmic event right now where you know, there's a lesson to be learned here. And I feel like that is kind of why you're in this sense of what should I do right now, Cancer? Like, you're trying to figure out what the right decision is. And it's probably because you've experienced something similar to this before, or you're recognizing a pattern here. And it's really up to you to decide if you would want this cycle to continue, or if you're going to step back and make a different call. Because right here, what I'm seeing is you're, you know, you have all these cards literally saying choices and decisions. So it's the ball's in your court. This person that is coming towards you has this sense of they want their cake and they eat it too. And they're not above resorting to like lying and other forms of unfair, you know, behavior to achieve that. And with the current situation being as it is, it's just a lot of just like quickly bringing in more and more conflict. Even though truths are being spoken, they might not be full truths with the Knight of Swords. They might be from truths found out that they shouldn't really know with spying. And it could also just be truth coming out as just being cold-hearted and not really considering how to say this so that the other person can receive it well. So with the final energy for the week, I feel like your message here, Cancer, is just more along the lines of stepping back and taking a rest with the Four of Swords energy. And with the King of Pentacles here, there could be, with this other underdeveloped energy I'm seeing, there could just be a lack of stability. There could also just be a lack of honesty and integrity, which I see. And with the Wheel of Fortune, basically, you've just got to decide if you are like breaking free of the karmic cycle, or are you letting an old pattern continue. That is something only you know, Cancer. So thank you for watching, as always. I hope this helped. You know, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you'd like to know more about what's going on with you, or if this didn't resonate with you and you would like to know what's happening, please go ahead and just check out the description below for how to book a private reading, and I got you. So Cancer, I'm wishing you all the best this week. Much love.